Y105, Dubuque's #1 hit music station. My name is Steve Pulaski. It has been a minute since I've had this gentleman on air. Grateful that I still call him a friend. Grateful for our connection. Such an indispensable part of my show for a significant time. So it's great to have somebody like this still close and still just a phone call away. You might remember him from his weekly appearances on the Y105 morning show. He is Robert Miller, former president of business operations with the Dubuque Fighting Saints, current executive director of the St. Jude's FedEx Championship over at the PGA Tour. He is Robert Miller. Robert, how are we?
Doing well, sir, man. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Robert. Back like you never left, brother. I obviously want to do a little catch-up with you, too, as far as your new career, your new life out in Memphis and everything like that. But I know the Fighting Saints organization, the team, is still close to your heart. We got a big one tonight. Game 5 against Muskegon. Winner go home. How are you feeling?
Man, I am feeling great. I mean, if you looked at this series over the past couple of weeks, I mean, it's been a back and forth series. I mean, I think we took game 1, they came back and got game 2, and then we went on the road in a huge game in Michigan to take game 3. So, when you take game 3, you're getting that last game at least back in Dubuque if for some reason you don't pull off that next one. So, to have game 5 at home tonight, in the Imon Arena, I just, I'm really excited for Casey and that crew over there. I mean, I know Evan Dixon's going to have those guys fired up. And you're right. I mean, even though I'm with the PGA Tour down in Tennessee now, I mean, I follow these guys religiously. I mean, I watch a ton of hockey, and it's just been fantastic to see where Casey and the staff has taken that organization from a business side, and then kind of where Evan's kind of continued the success of, on the ice as far as what goes on with the Dubuque Fighting Saints. It's a great story. I mean, it's not just a story that's great around Dubuque. I mean, it's a great story around sports. I mean, the success the Dubuque Fighting Saints has had in the USHL is something that people know. And I tell you what, Steve, it is absolutely insane the places that I go and the places that and the people I talk to and things like that of who knows about the Dubuque Fighting Saints and about Dubuque. It is like the best kept secret ever. I mean, you would think a little small town in Iowa right on the Mississippi River, kind of state. I mean, everybody and their brother for some reason either knows who the Saints are or knows who the town and things like that. I mean, when I wear my Dubuque gear out, people look at me all the time. It's like, is that Saints merchandise? And it's like, and then they kind of figure out, that I was a part of that organization. And so it's a cool experience to have in my life. It's a cool team to be a part of. And, it's just, I'm really excited about, Casey and Evan and all those guys tonight and what they have the opportunity to do. So absolutely, game 5 tonight, go get Muskegon boys, take them out. Let's move on to the next round.
Shout out to Josh Starr. I have him on a weekly basis on the show too, talking Saints. I mean, not only is he a wonderful broadcaster too, but we just talked actually a couple of weeks ago too. It's the 15th straight year that the Dubuque Fighting Saints have made the playoffs. And Robert, your sports background, your sports business background is quarry deep here. You can attest to this too, just being on the inside of different organizations and stuff. That is not a given, especially when it comes to smaller market teams. To have that track record and have that success, it's no accident. It's not a given. 15 straight years of playoffs is absolutely remarkable.
It's utterly ridiculous is what it is. I mean, it truly is. I mean, and especially with a league like the USHL where, the players, they have a choice to go to Canada, they can go to America, they can go to different leagues and stuff like that to be able to put a core team together. But I tell you, the good thing is to be able to hold the athletes there. There's a lot of people that kind of stay in Dubuque for a long run, and those kind of players just know how to feed and become captains and really and truly lead the charge. And they're bringing in, these young 16, 17-year-old kids that have to understand that, these guys want a championship. And, for us to be, just so close over the last couple of years to bring home, the Clark Cup and stuff like that. I mean, it's insane how good these guys are. I mean, I've been on NBA teams where, we were the worst in the league. I've been on NBA teams where we were one shot away from going to the finals. I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, but, in Dubuque, with what those guys are able to put together and the product they're able to put on the ice, it is one of the best stories in sports. I mean, it's a pedigree of just, churning out athletes. And I tell you what, you watch the Frozen Four. I mean, you got Paxton Geisel playing goalie from, you have James Reeder that was on, out there. And then, last year when you have Owen Michaels for Western Michigan, I mean, you start to see these Dubuque players start to really and truly fan out and kind of spread out and go out to their careers and stuff like that. I mean, it's just so much fun to kind of follow, their progression in life of where they go. And so, but you're right. I mean, to be able to kind of, have this team be in Dubuque, Iowa, bring these players in, you have the billet families that take care of these people, that treat these kids like family. You have these, just this crazy run that they've been on to kind of continue to go. It's almost like expected for them to go to the playoffs, but there's no expectations because every year changes. And I mean, the Dubuque fans are very lucky to have an organization like this that is able to put a product on the ice like they do. And I'm just, like I said, I'm honored to be a part of it. And I'll tell you brought up Josh Starr too. That is a young man that is making headway in the sports world. I mean, that, the broadcast where he has it now compared to where he started when we brought him in. I mean, we knew we had something special when we talked to him the first time, but just to hear the broadcast and the attention to detail that he has and what he's able to bring to the table, the energy that he's bringing to the table, the educated, kind of statements and answers that he has. I mean, that kid knows hockey. He knows how to talk it. And I tell you what, he's a special player for that organization as well, because not a lot of people realize, I mean, Josh Starr, he's on the bus with these guys. They're going to Fargo on a 12-hour trip. That guy's on there, and he has his laptop out. He's working. He's doing stuff. All the crazy ideas for marketing stuff that he does with the team and getting these guys in front of the camera and getting these guys more acclimated in the community. That's a big part of it. So Josh Starr is an all-star in the making, and I'll tell you what, that organization's got a good staff around it right now.
He is Robert Miller, former president of business operations with the Dubuque Fighting Saints, and now he is with the PGA Tour in Memphis. Robert, we got to talk your success, man. I know you're a humble guy at heart too, man, but you just recently got promoted with the PGA Tour's faction over in Memphis too. I want to give you the opportunity to talk about that and just your work with St. Jude's and the organizations tethered to that PGA Tour outlet out in Memphis.
Yeah, I tell you, when I got the opportunity to work for the PGA Tour, it was a blessing to be able to get to come to Memphis. There's a lot of people that kind of question, like, you moved to Memphis, wow, and it's like, well, Memphis is the home to FedEx. It's the home to St. Jude Research Hospital. We are the first round of the FedEx Cup playoffs, so it was a huge tournament in the portfolio of the PGA Tour. And so to be able to kind of come here and just be a part of it and kind of grow with it over the last couple of years has been outstanding. But as well as I do, when you're places and you put yourself in situations, I mean, opportunity comes. And so the guy that was the executive director here has now moved on. He is now going to be the executive director of the President's Cup in Australia. So he has moved internationally to he has springboarded his career internationally to go up. And so that opened up the door for me to be able to step in. And now I'm not only the sales director, but I'm also the executive director of the whole tournament. So I control the whole first round of the FedEx Cup playoffs. So it is, it's an honor to be, kind of put in this role and kind of put into this situation where they have enough trust in me to kind of carry this torch forward. But yeah, the PGA Tour is as a whole, the organization's at a great spot right now. Brought in a new CEO from the NFL, Brian Rolap. He's just done, magical work since he's been in here, kind of really and truly looking at, all the ins and outs and the schedule and what we're kind of doing. The players are engaged. I mean, you're watching some of the best golf in the history of the PGA Tour right now. And so it's just a fun place to be, a fun place to work. I mean, I don't feel like I work a day in my life. I love what I do. But yeah, absolutely. The opportunity came, and they definitely saw the fact that I was able to kind of take that charge. And so now I am the executive director of the FedEx St. Jude Championship here in Memphis, and so we are going to make this tournament better than ever, and it's something we keep grinding on to keep producing big things each year. Last year, this tournament did so well that we actually raised over $8 million for St. Jude Research Hospital, and so that was a record. And so this year, we even look to be even better. So there's no telling how much money that we can raise for that research and all that kind of stuff. And then, based off the tournament at hand, we've seen record numbers over the last 2 years, and I just can't wait to just kind of put a third year on my mark, kind of continue this torch forward.
He is Robert Miller, again with the FedEx St. Jude Championship PGA Tour out in Memphis, and former president of business operations with the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Robert, I greatly appreciate your time. I know you're very busy. I know you got a lot of stuff on your plate, man, but the fact that you still make time, not only to follow Dubuque hockey too, but also make time to still do shows like mine and everything like that, and continue to have a presence and a deeply felt impact in this community, surely not lost on others too. So I greatly appreciate your time as always, and I really value our friendship, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely, Steve. I mean, me as well. I mean, you kind of stuck your neck out there to let us get on the radio as much as we did and kind of reach people like we did. And I mean, we actually were able to grow that sport together, and really and truly kind of put an impact for the Dubuque Fighting Saints. And so anytime I can jump on the radio with you, I'd love to, my man. And, if you're listening out there and you don't have anything to do on Tuesday night, I'm on arena tonight. The Dubuque Fighting Saints go to war against the Muskegon Lumberjacks. Let's go Dubuque.